Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Crystal. So today we're going to get into the Hookup season 1 episode 4, Trio or Trouble. And baby, it was a little bit of both, no shade. So we're going to go ahead and right into it. So we open up with Moses, telling us about the festivities that went on the night before with him, Kayla, and Tokyo. Um, and Tokyo, Miss Tokyo, a little nasty girl, okay?
Girl, nasty up in a nasty girl, nasty up in a nasty girl, nasty up in a nasty.
Miss Mama is a freak, so she likes to watch her man and another woman get down, and I don't blame her, girl. That's sexy, no shade. And I like that, that's bringing a different dynamic to national TV. So I like it. I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. So Kayla says Tokyo, they didn't do nothing. She just watched. And, she's a little disappointed in herself that she gets drunk. Well, not disappointed, but, she get drunk and she just be doing stuff. Like, and I feel her on that, but not on that level. Like, girl, you doing a little too much if you just out here fucking it. You know what I mean? Fucking a second. Like, girl, you was putting it down, though. No shade. So some of the guys are talking on a patio. My man Trusty, Rayface and Yella, and Rayface, he's telling them like what happened the night before with Kay on the yacht and everything. So Unique and Barbie, they join them in, and baby, So Unique is the Lulu about Tri-State in their relationship or where it stands. Like, so Yella, he calls it out, and she's still the Lulu, okay? Baby, and I don't blame her. I would have been Nikki Porker about my man. No shade, okay? It's giving this my man, and I'ma stick beside him. Thank you. So Mommy G and Nola joins, and Yella asks Nola like why her and Levi unhandcuffed. And baby, I look over to the left. And here come Levi. Like, what y'all talking about? What happened? And Levi claims, he unhandcuffed because his wrist was hurting, and Nola was drunk, dragging him from pillar to post. And he was tired. But to me, I don't know. It seemed like he was overstimulated. Nola was doing too much for him. You know what I mean? And like he probably looking at her, he probably expected something else. He probably thought like she was like the chill smoker type. And he really didn't see that drunk side of her. Like, he really wasn't expecting that. And it was too much for him being handcuffed to her. No shade. That's what it looked like to me. But let me know what y'all think. So, Levi pulls Nola to the side and basically confirms what I just said. Like, that other side of you, I really wasn't here for. And, I'm not really feeling that drunk side of you. So, Nola lets him know, like, she's open to whatever. And, when he wants to come back home, he can come back home like, sooner I get home. And y'all know I can't sing no shade. But it was very much given that, like, soon as I get home, okay? So, girl, Kay comes back to apologize. But honestly, I ain't trying to hear it. Like, she was very insecure from the moment she found out about Mommy G and, Rayface messing around. But child, of course, Mommy G and, Rayface, they forgave her. And my thing was this, let me say this. When it was LaRue, she was all kinds of roaches. Hello?
She refers to you black women. Oh, we got the receipts for that too. FYI, she refers to black women as monkeys and roaches. Roaches!
Glad I fixed myself up before she.
But Mommy G forgave Kay within that same breath. Clock it. So Moses and Tokyo are talking about last night, and this is why I say we need subtitles. NowthatsTV, no shade. Hello, I could barely hear anything that they were saying, but from what I could understand, they both enjoyed the night before. But Tokyo, she a little freaked out. And Moses, like, he ain't with it, but he's with it for her. And my opinion, I like them having fun and exploring. It's a sight to see for sure, but I don't know if Moses is in as, or if Tokyo is in as deep as Moses. He seems like more of a feelings type of guy. I don't know. That's just what I'm clocking. But make sure y'all subscribe to NowthatsTV, no shade. And while you at that, hit that subscribe button for me too. Thank you. So Marie's in the kitchen. Everybody's in the kitchen talking, but Marie's in the kitchen talking to Levi. They're having side conversations. And honestly, they just talking about modeling and kikiing, and she giving them little, tips and little 1-2s on when it comes to the modeling career and stuff. And girl, here come Nola talking about, you look, I'm not trying to be toxic, but you look bored. So what's up? Like, come talk to me. Like, girl, bye. And at first, Levi, he was a little blushing. But then he seemed like they was really going back and forth, and it started getting for real. And I think he still has like PTSD for when Kayla kicked. It's so unique. Because he really was not feeling that. Like, he really don't like that. So, Nola told Marie, like, girl, lower your fucking voice when you talking to me. And baby, out of nowhere, she struck like a viper. Bow. Very quick and efficient. Hello. Girl, ain't nobody know what's going on. Levi and Tokyo, by the time they looked over to the left, girl, everything was done. Girl, they didn't know what happened. And I do want to say this, big respect to Marie, even in, a time of turmoil and distress, where she could have went the lowest of the low. She could have hit rock bottom and, pulled out that N-word. She did not do that. And I appreciate her for that, honestly. Because it's so easy to go there nowadays. And honestly, if I was a white woman in 2025, girl, that word would probably be on the tip of my tongue. No shade. But, I applaud her and I thank her, for not going that route and keeping it together, and honestly, she cussed her out politely. And I appreciate her for that. We all need to be a little bit more like Marie, honestly, truly. So, just as things are, settling down, here comes Miss Kayla, girl, bunk life. Smoke me, bitch. Here comes Miss Kayla, and she has Marie's wig. Like, it's giving like South Central Baddies. Girl, this ain't South Central Baddies, Bookie. But she gives Marie's wig to Nola. Nola puts it on. She prancing around like Hannah Montana. I'm not going to lie. It was funny. It was childish and disrespectful, but it was funny. It was entertaining. So Kayla, she ends up throwing, Marie's personal belongings in the pool. And that's where she crossed the motherfucking line. Okay? I would have gagged if Marie started screaming, smoke me, bitch, smoke me. Like, because at this point, you going to have to smoke me because you being a little too disrespectful, okay? And let me say this. Marie stood her ground, as far as going back and forth with Kayla. Like, girl, it was just too much, So they end up gathering the cast, and Blueface Barbie, she lets them know that the men have to vote off one of the women. And out of all the women, there's 3 women up for elimination, which is Kay, Kayla, and Barbie. And, that's where we left off. So, I don't know. The next episode look like it's about to be extra juicy. Miss Tokyo is cuffed to Moses, and my man tries to say, no shade. And I can't wait to see it, okay? Girl, she gonna be like, Diddy, more oil. But yes, y'all, I'm loving this show, and I hope y'all loving it too. No shade, but we're like 2 subs away from 100 subscribers. So let's get that one popping. Send this to your family. Send this to your friends. Tell them to subscribe too. It's free. No shade. But, send in a comment. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Who y'all going for, in out of the cast. And, make sure y'all give this video a like, and I will see y'all in the next one. Mwah. No bars.